Hello guys, me Switchhook here. I don't think that there's anyone out there who missed the fact that Navi has made some roster changes lately. So essentially, as it says here, Navi will bring in Zeus and Kane, while they will also bring back Seized. And fine with all it. So Navi will have essentially kicked Guardian, as we already know he will be going to face, and they have taken Seized off the bench and brought him into the team again, and taken Zeus and Kane into the team from Gambit. As it says here, according to Gambit's announcement, due to his inability to fulfill his requirements, Kane's contract with the organization was terminated, resulting in Zeus' departure from the team. So essentially, the rest of the team, and with that I mean Adrian, Dosha, Hobbit, and Mo, the four of them decided to kick Kane while they didn't talk to Zeus or Kane. And it then obviously came to both Zeus and Kane and told them the news. And at that point, Zeus decided that he wanted to leave. He didn't want to leave his friend alone, basically. This change is very understandable, and it's probably one of the most expected changes out of all the roster changes, out of all the rumors about the roster changes, essentially. Except for the fact that Guardian left Navi, of course. Before I go deeper into this, I just want to point out the different roles that both Seized and Zeus have. Now, Zeus is obviously the in-game leader, while Seized is a rifler. So that being said, Navi right now really need an in-game leader, which they now have in Zeus. Now, back in the day when Seized wasn't in-game leading, he was actually a pretty good player. I've taken out some stats from some of the games where he wasn't in-game leading, which means that basically when he still played with Zeus, and as you can see on the screen here, he was pretty good for the team actually. Nice. He was pretty good for the team actually. He rarely had any red numbers on his stats, or on HLTV, and he was a pretty big part of why Navi back in the day was such a high tier team and such a dangerous team. When it comes to Zeus has played with all of the players in the team except Simple earlier, and so he knows what he has to do to make the team work and what he needs to do to get the most out of his players. Then we have Kane. Now Kane is probably a better coach than Andy. I mean, sure, Andy is most likely a better analyst than Kane, but Kane has a little bit more experience than Andy when it comes to coaching. I think that he would put Simple on the up, because he's obviously the best stopper in the team, but the question is if it's the best option, because they could put Seized on the up. I think that he's upped earlier, or for example Zeus, he used to be pretty good with the up. I haven't seen him recently with the up, so I can't really speculate in that, but it would be the most logical move to put Simple on the up. But the question is, do they really want to risk losing that much firepower? I mean, they might let Simple take over the up on some maps and on some sites, for example, T-side Mirage or Seaside Cache or Seaside Cabal, for example. But I don't think that they will let him up like 100%. I think that they will let him have either the option that I just said, that they will let him up on certain maps and certain sites on the maps, or they will let him have more of a free role that he himself will decide when he wants to rifle or when he wants to up. And then they'll have Seized, I think, as secondary up, because they used to have him as secondary up when they didn't have Simple, I believe. So those two are the most likely options, or most logical options, I don't know. But yeah, those are two logical options in my opinion. But anyways, that's enough for me. Thanks so much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a like if you liked the video, and if you want me to make similar videos like this in the future, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any future videos that I put out, or just if you want to show your support, basically. And drop a comment if you think that there's anything that could be improved in this video for future videos. And yeah, that was everything for me, guys. I'll catch you next time.